Hello, my sacred ones, and welcome to Sacred Sutra with Savina Leo. We hear a lot when we're talking to others about being a whole person, especially in partnerships and relationships, about being your whole self. You tell somebody, I'm a whole person looking for another whole person. I'm already complete. But what does that really mean? What does a whole person really mean? In today's episode, we're going to explore what does a whole person mean, what makes up being a whole person, and how do we become whole. A whole person means that you bring all parts of yourself to any situation in your life, whether it's love, career, your lifestyle, anything, any part of who you really are, you bring all of you. There are 4 parts to the whole self. One part will be the physical part, another part will be emotional, another is spiritual, and another would be intellectual. The physical part of you is anything tangible, which would mean your body, the actions throughout your body, any energy that you put behind something, physical force, working out, anything that physically makes you safe and secure. These are the tangible aspects of the self. The intellectual part of the self would be anything like logic or reasoning or planning or focus, anything mental or the thinking part of the self. The emotional part of the self is different from the thinking part of yourself. The emotional part of you is your feelings, how you express your feelings, your hopes, your desires, your fears, the care, the compassion that you have for others, anger, anything emotional would be the emotional part of self. And finally, the spiritual part of yourself is your higher self, the part of you that connects to something higher than you, your faith, your belief, your spiritual practices, anything that connects you more to yourself and the universe at large. What we need to do is start bringing more conscious awareness to parts of our lives where we don't bring all ourselves to. So let's say in love, you're only bringing the physical aspect and the thinking aspect and very little emotional or spiritual aspects to it. It will ultimately fail. And it's the same thing for if you only bring spirituality or emotions to it, but there isn't any thinking, logical mind to it. Are we compatible? Or the physical part of it is not there. You need to bring all parts of yourselves to anything that you're doing. Because when we hit blocks in our lives, it's because we're not bringing a part of ourselves with us. So the universe is saying, hey, there's a part of you that you're leaving behind. You need to integrate that part of you to what you're doing right now. A lot of us, while we are working or working on a business, we bring the brute force and the physical aspect of it. I'm getting up every day and I'm working hard. Or we bring the intellectual part of ourselves where I'm deeply focused. But we forget the emotional part and the spiritual part. We don't do our meditations every day to keep us grounded and connected to ourselves. And we don't bring the emotional part of it. So we get burnt out. We don't bring all of ourselves to our business. And then we wonder why it's not moving forward in our life, or we feel like we're hitting a block. It's because we're leaving a part of ourselves behind and not integrating that part into our business. We can also apply the whole self to healing. So let's say we're healing from deep trauma. We don't only want to heal the mental aspect of our trauma. We also want to heal the physical aspect of the trauma, the spiritual aspect of trauma, and emotional aspect of trauma. So we are healing all 4 parts of ourselves, making sure that we are fully integrated. So if you're finding yourself blocked in a certain part of your life, ask yourself, what part of me am I not bringing to this situation? What part of me do I need to integrate into this situation? When we do that, we will find our answers. When we start to integrate those parts of us, we will find that those blockages will start to clear up because we are now bringing our whole self to the situation. I know this was a quick one, guys, but I feel like there's a lot of contemplation that you need to go do. So talk soon.